Okay. Um, I'm Vanessa. You probably already know that. Um, right now, I am in Germany. I just moved here a month ago, and it's my first time ever living outside my parents' house. I've never in my life pay rent, like not even right now. I've never pay rent, like I'm still not working to live off my money. But I've had these thoughts that I guess I kind of wanted to talk about. Um, Especially because I don't talk to anyone. Like I get up in the morning, my husband's already at work until 4 p.m. I get to talk to people. Anyways, I wanted to talk about how being an adult is really great. And I guess I am talking to myself from when I used to be a child. So when I used to be a child, I definitely grew up in a household where I wouldn't change it. Like right now, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything that I lived. Uh, but when I was a child, I definitely hoped I lived somewhere else. So because my parents, they weren't a good match. One person will look at them like, oh, they are both so funny, so full of life and whatever. They're like an amazing match. It's gonna work perfectly. No, it didn't work perfectly because one wanted to go to the left and the other one wanted to go to the right. And of course, since the very start, like if two people have different priorities, they should break up. Well, they didn't. They formed a family, and of course they had like some troubles, like they didn't agree in a lot of things. Well, because of this it created some troubles at home. I didn't have, these parents who loved each other or whatever. But not only that, they will discuss in front of us, so no child has to live through this. And like when in a household two parents don't love each other, then there's no way that anything can fill up that. Like a child needs love and like peace and whatever. Um, well, that's what you need the most. I didn't have it, and I thought that life was that. I thought life was that. Relationships were rocky. Like a good relationship, like a good marriage didn't exist. Perfect families do not exist. And I was kind of unhappy. I lived a little bit of an unhappy life. Well, after I started working and I started talking to older people, they told me many times that happy relationships do exist. Maybe, of course, not perfect, but like it is rare to find like your perfect person who's gonna work through it all, and you both have, the same direction. You both want to go to the right. It does exist. It's rare, but it does. There's this one person I met. She had a good husband. The husband was really nice to her. She was also really nice to her husband. Like she was always pampering him, like cooking for him, being an amazing housewife. He paid right, being a good provider, whatever. They formed a happy family. The three kids, they all were successful in like studying. They are all really nice people. And she told me one thing, like, Vani, good families like actually exist, as in like values and morals and respect, and it does exist. And that's when I really wanted to really live that. I thought, maybe it's true. Maybe those families exist. And I started talking to older people, and they told me their view on marriage. And it's very interesting. A lot of times, I definitely heard some older men saying like, oh, marriage is a trap. But of course they're speaking from the point of like losing their freedom or whatever. But now that I am 25 years old, that I'm married, that I have this silence finally, like a peaceful home, now I realize that it is true. Like marriages like this can exist, and um, it does get better. Even when you go through all of this shit and you think that that's even when you think that fights and discussions and like a tense environment um, is everything that's out there in the world, it's not true. Like um, the good exists, and silence and like not having any worries in your head, it does exist. um, Being an adult is amazing, because your life is whatever you want it to be. If I decided to fight my partner right now and being abusive, then he will choose to be abusive to me, and then it will become that ugly environment again. But it's not. Like, it's everything I want it to be. Sometimes I hear people say, I wish I was a kid again, and being a kid was amazing. Like, I didn't have to pay for anything. I didn't care about anything but like playing, and um, I could never relate. I was always glad I was an adult. I was glad that I worked, I had my money, I could spend it in whatever I wanted. I could go out, I could go to my room and meditate and hear nothing but like the water from my aquarium, and that's it. Like, so far until now, I wouldn't go back one day. Um, Now that I'm married, I mean, of course, I think more this way. When you are a child and there's addiction in your home, let's say, a kid cannot go out and work and find independence. And or if your parents fight, you cannot say, hey, maybe you shouldn't fight. Like, maybe you should find a middle ground and, like, try to tuck it out and whatever. They're not gonna take you seriously because you're a child. And even now that I am this age, like I'm in the middle of my 20s, I still don't get taken very seriously on some of my views because, of course, I haven't failed. I'm not 30, 40, 50, but it doesn't matter. Um, what is really stuck with me is that it gets better. um, that's really nice. And I have 5% on my phone. I have to charge it, but I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit, and I'm glad I talked it out. And maybe there's someone out there who is 16, has problems at home. It gets better, way better, and you'll find someone who loves you.